Okay, good stuff. So again, guys, yeah, welcome to the welcome to our training. As you know, we're trying to make sure that we keep doing this every Sunday. I want to say the beginning of the week, but the truth is, in IX Global, the week kicks off from Friday. So not really the beginning per se, but perception is a thing. Nonetheless, hope everyone is doing good. As I would mention in the beginning, if there's anything specific that that anyone wants to highlight or would like me to focus on, give me 1 second. This is just absolutely annoying right now. Yeah, if there's anything specific that anyone would like me to focus on while we go through the training, feel free to let me know. All right, any issues that anyone is having as well. Do we have any brand new members that are on the call right now? Anyone on the call that is relatively a brand new member with us?
Hi, I am.
Hi, Allison. Okay, nice. Welcome to the society. Who's your sponsor in the business? If you don't mind me asking, your direct upline.
Sean DC.
Oh, okay. Sean D. Midfield, good stuff. Good. Oh, that Allison. Hey, Ali.
I love it.
Welcome. Very good.
Thank you.
Someone raised their hand as well. Was that Tricia? I saw Tricia raise her hand as well. Tricia, you're also new to the team as well?
Yes, please. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Who's your direct sponsor, Tricia? Oh, Tricia's gone already. Who's your sponsor in the business, Tricia? Who brought you into the team? Okay. All right, we lost Tricia. Nonetheless. Oh, Katie. Yeah, hey, Kate. Oh, Tomel. Okay, good stuff. Good man. All right, good stuff. And welcome to the call as well, Tomel. I know I brought you in, so I know how high up that goes. Yeah, Katie, go right ahead, brother. I see your hand is raised. Yeah, kick things off.
Yeah, I'm relatively new, learning. Anita Williams brought me in, as you know. So I've got some prospective folks that want to come on, but they've got a ton of questions. They didn't get on the call, so I may be asking you questions that they've asked me, if that's okay.
Okay, that's not a problem. But I mean, we can kind of go right into that. That's all right. Like I said, the whole purpose of this is just so that everyone gets any questions, anything that they're not sure about answered. That's the purpose of these trainings. I can obviously go into the back office and we go through some stuff there. But ultimately, the intention for these trainings is to make sure that everyone is clear on what they need to do. So go right ahead, KT. Hit me with those questions, and we kind of kick right off of that. That's fine.
Well, Mr. Bellamy, yesterday we couldn't hook up. I was trying to hook you up with so he could ask you his questions. His question was, after the 60 days, does he have to reinvest another 250, or what are his options at that point?
No. Okay. So no, reinvesting another 250 is always going to be optional. It's a good idea to, right? It's a good idea to, but how to know? So there's always going to be 3 options at the end of the 60-day period. 1, you can convert your tokens to fiat currency and withdraw completely out of the platform, send it to your bank account, if you wish. 2, you can convert some of your tokens or all of your tokens, if you wish. You can convert them to purchasing a portion of a different token of a different project. You can do that. Or 3, you can leave your tokens long term to ultimately grow and generate value over the period of time. So those are the 3 options. You can leave it as it is, just how persons had bought Bitcoin and they just left it, and in a couple of years it paid off big time. You can do that. You can convert it from one thing to another, just to help people took Bitcoin and say, well, let me sell off some of this Bitcoin and buy some Ethereum instead. Or 3, you can just completely cash out. Like how some people would have taken the Bitcoin and just send it to the bank and then went and shopped or buy groceries. So those are the three options that every person will have.
So the project keeps going, although you've only rented it or leased it for the 60-day period.
Yes. So if it's a rental node that the person has, which runs for 60 days, even after the 60 days have stopped, you will still have the tokens, right? It's kind of like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Bitcoin miners, right? There's different actual mining machines, hardware, that a lot of, the people with money and companies, they have these, what they call Bitcoin farms set up, and they have these Bitcoin mining machines. And the mining machines, they mine Bitcoin, or they pull that Bitcoin out of the blockchain. Okay. Same thing that we're doing. When you purchase a node really is a miner, right? A node is a miner, a virtual miner that you've got, or digital miner that is mining these tokens for us. The difference really is that our tokens, unlike Bitcoin or any other crypto there, our tokens are actually backed by something. In our case, assets and commodities. You guys know what the commodities are. So yeah, even though the node expires in 60 days, the tokens are yours for life. So you can have a node that expires tomorrow and you just hold the tokens, and 2 years from now, they could be worth 20 times what you paid for it today, or what you would have paid for it in the beginning, right? $250.
You have the opportunity or the chance to buy the license on that particular project at that time?
Yes, you can. So there's always the option once licenses are available, because we do have limited stock. What happens is Debtbox is the retailer of the licenses, and just so everyone understands, rental nodes for 250, that was never a thing. That never existed before. It was all just licenses, okay? Because of the partnership between IX Global and Debtbox, we are able to get two benefits. One, we're able to get the licenses at a hugely reduced price, right? Especially for some of them, like natural gas, for example, costs 70,200 US per license, and they sell. No problem there. They sell it crazy. Black gold, I think black gold is like 50,000 US. But because we merged with Debtbox, we were able to get them at wholesale pricing. Our CEO, Joe Martinez, he spent a couple million, bought a lot of these licenses in bulk, and then was given permission by Debtbox to resell them back to the community. Hence why we were able to get the same natural gas license that costs $70,000 plus from Debtbox. The highest that we were paying for it over here was $6,000. Huge difference. All right. So there's that. The second benefit we get was the rentals. The only reason the rentals were created was because there were persons that it was said that there are going to be people who cannot afford the licenses. Right now, the minimum license is, I think, is like 2,000, either 2,000 or 2,500 US dollars for the cheapest one right now for the license. And I was talking to a guy yesterday. He was like, "Man, that's a lot of money." I said, "Well, it depends on your perspective. It's $2,000, yes, but that is for the lifetime of the project, which could be a decade, which could be 20 years, which could be 30 years. So however long that project runs for is how long you're going to be getting paid from this particular project." He's like, "Oh, well, shit. Well, no, you put it that way. That's a good price." Right? I'm like, "Yeah, it's a fantastic price. $2,000 for 20 years getting paid every single day is a fantastic price." And that's a one-off payment. So yes, we can purchase the licenses, or we can purchase the rental nodes if we so desire. And I'll kind of add on to something onto that. There's always this question: should I just buy a license, or should I buy nodes? Well, let's pull up my trusty calculator, all right, that I like to keep close. I think I'm sharing the screen. Are you guys seeing my calculator on the screen?
Nah, bro, we just seen you.
Okay, 1 second. Let me. Okay, you should be seeing it now, I think.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So let's assume that we bought a license. Doesn't matter which one. Let's assume that the license was paying us, say, $5 per day. Okay. Now remember, a license and a node, a rental node, pay the same thing. One costs about 2,000 plus, one costs 250. So what's the difference? The difference is one runs for 60 days. I will give you tokens for 60 days. The other one will give you tokens for as long as the project runs. Now, when all of the rentals are gone, which inevitably they will be, as a matter of fact, just so you guys understand, if you haven't heard, the way that it's done is going to change. It's not always going to be a matter of, but we have X amount of rentals available, and when those rentals are gone, you can't buy it anymore. It's going to be more a situation of, we've got these rentals available for this amount of time. If you are interested in purchasing, buying into this project, you need to purchase it before the deadline. So there's going to be probably a couple of months that a project rental is going to be available, all right? And then it's gone, which is why at the end of February, there's going to be no more natural gas. At the end of March, there's going to be no more grow, all right, in terms of rentals. So now these days when persons ask me, which one should I purchase? I always say it would be a good idea to probably get some natural gas or some grow or both, because they're about to be gone. The other ones, they're not at that stage yet, so you got some time. But my intention personally is to get some of each one, all right? Why? Because I don't know which one is going to blow up, right? I don't know which one is going to take off the first, the fastest, the biggest, right? Not only that, I want to be diversified. So I want a bit of natural gas. I want a bit of grow. I want a bit of aluminum. I want some explorer. I want as much as possible. Another thing, guys, is if you're talking to persons about nodes and being passive, I think one of the biggest mistakes that folks are still doing is they're still trying to sell this like how they probably would have sold other things, which is, okay, so I'm spending $250 on this project. How much am I going to make in 60 days? Or will I make enough in 60 days to cover the cost of this? And if you're thinking like that and you're marketing like that, you're misleading persons. The reason is this is not built for that. The node program is built for long-term wealth generation and token accumulation. If you have 50,000 tokens of any one of the projects, which is very, very doable, I know, based on the tokens that we see being generated, if you've got 50,000 tokens of any of the nodes or the projects, and you say, okay, so I spent $250 on this thing, and at the end of 60 days, what if you only have $200? Now, if you're short-sighted, you're gonna be like, oh man, I've lost money. This was a bad investment. I'm like, first of all, what really quality investment do you know that in 60 days makes tons of profit? Right? That is low risk. Can it happen? Of course it can happen. There's high-risk investment programs out there all the time. It can happen. All of them always crash though. So you gotta be willing to weigh in the balance what your options are. Can you make money faster with other things out there? Of course you can. But how confident are you that they're going to be around for the long term, right? Remember, all of the programs right now there that are really paying good, like really, really paying good, are the ones that are paying kind of small. The ones that pay big, they start good. They have to. Somebody has to tell somebody that it's making money so that people will join. So yeah, they always start out good, but they always crash, like every single time. Okay. DebtBox has built a business model designed for long term. When you see these guys going into real estate, to beverage industry, oil industry, natural gas industry, aluminum and bauxite industry, and more, iron ore, natural freshwater deposits. This is not one of those businesses that you're going to be passive and get a ton of money quickly. It's not, all right? Some people not want to hear that. Like, oh, but I need money fast. Look, be honest. It's better to be honest with people up front. Don't just say stuff just to get people to join you. When people come to me and they ask me, so how much am I going to make in 60 days? I don't know. I can tell you this. You're going to get that particular token you're looking at or project you're asking about. It has a range of X amount of tokens to X amount of tokens per day. How much it's going to be worth in 60 days? I have no clue. How much is it going to be worth in 90 days? I don't know. But my question to you is this. Did you join this to make back what you put in? Or are you joining this to create wealth? And if they tell me, well, I'm looking for wealth, I said, well, then wealth is not going to happen in 60 days. So change the way that you're thinking, first of all. Does this make sense so far, guys? This is how I talk to people. I want people in the beginning to be able to manage their expectations. So I'm not telling you, yeah, man, in 60 days, you can make a ton of profit. That's lies. I don't know that. You might, but you might not. I'm telling you, don't expect anything significant in 60 days. Warren Buffett is one of the richest men in the world. Let's check out his investment strategy. He buys and he holds long term. And he's one of the wealthiest people. You see, the problem with most people and why they never get rich is because everybody wants everything fast, right? And this is why they jump from this thing to the next thing to the next thing. If one thing slows down, they're gone onto something else. They don't get the results that they want in a certain period of time, they're gone. They're onto something else. They're jumping after every shiny thing that pops up because they want it fast, they want it quick, they want it now. And what ends up happening is they always end up chasing and they never get any significant income. You know what I love about this company is that there's a lot of folks that have approached me with stuff to join, quick stuff, up fast money. I'm looking at 5 years, 6 years down the road, I'm going to still have my tokens. They're still going to be on the blockchain. They're still going to be generating value. And I'm pretty confident a lot of those same people like behind me right now to join all of these fast things, what they're introducing to me right now, they're going to be introducing me to something else 3, 4, 5 years from now. I promise you that. Seen it happen over and over and over and over and over. All right. So as you're sharing with persons about the passive side of this, always allow people to manage their expectations by giving them the truth. If I tell people straight, I said, if you want upfront money, you want quick money, you want big money that can also last, but it's faster, that's where we share with other persons. That's where we share. The only way that you're going to generate this big upfront profits with the passive is if you're putting a lot of money into it. Always remember this. What you don't have in capital, you got to make up for in numbers. What you don't have for in numbers, you're going to have to make up for in capital. In other words, if you don't have a big team and a big network and big connections and all of that stuff, right? If you don't have that, but you want to get this big money fast, then be willing to make a big deposit so that your token generation is heavy. You can pull some and you don't have to worry. But if you're buying one single node, let's be real, right? If you are buying a single node, $250, that is going to give you token generation of probably a couple hundred tokens per day. Now, the price is not yet at a cent or $1. So at the end of the 60 days, there's not any major profit to get, right? But then you're saying, well, I want to take these tokens that I just spent 60 days generating. I want to take my tokens to buy a different token, or I want to withdraw my tokens to buy more. Here's my question. Isn't that defeating the whole purpose of what you were trying to do over the last 60 days? I want you to understand what I'm saying, guys. If you buy a node and in 60 days, you have generated some tokens. Let's assume you generated $260. So you're like, oh, I made profit. You made $10. I don't think that you got involved to make $10. So why would you even be troubling that? But let's say you made $260. Okay, you're in profit. But now you say, but I want to buy a different node. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this money off, convert it or withdraw it so that I could buy another node, and I made some profit. So you took 60 days to make $10. All right, that's nothing to be excited about. One, two. Let's say now that the value of that particular project increases 10 times, 20 times. Remember, black gold went up 120,000%. The people that withdrew their money in 2 months and 3 months and 4 months and 5 months, they messed up big time. The people that held on for 10 months, all of them became millionaires. All of them brought 7 figures, liquid money that they could withdraw, and were now official liquid millionaires. Why? Because they had patience. The people who were like, hey, let me try to get my money back out in 60 days, messed up. All right. So if you are withdrawing your tokens that you have accruing over a 60-day period, and you use your tokens to buy another node or buy another project, what you're essentially doing is starting over, and you just wasted 60 days. Does this make sense, guys? That's the way that I look at it. If my way of thinking is flawed, let me know. But if I generated 50,000 tokens, which was equivalent to $260 or even $300, and then I decided, let me take this off so that I can buy another one, right? That cost $250. I barely made profit, and I've now used up the tokens. Now, the value of those tokens over a period of time goes to $1. You could have had $50,000, but instead you have none because you took them off to buy a different project. And if your thinking is like that, it means that when that project is done, you're gonna be like, okay, I got some tokens there. Let me take those tokens off so to buy another project. You are literally defeating the purpose. You're just wasting your own time. So this is what I tell people. I'm very, very upfront. I want to, when you get in, you understand what you're getting into and you understand how it works. So when a person asks me, what should I do? I said, leave it. Leave it. What should I do? Can I convert? Yes, you can. Can I withdraw? Of course you can. It's yours. Is it the best idea? Of course not. It's the worst idea. Right? I'd be upfront. Yeah, you can withdraw. It's your tokens, your money. You can convert it. It's your tokens, your money. It's the worst possible idea, but you can do it if you so desire. Because when the value goes up, now you have no tokens. You wasted 60 days and you just started over from scratch. All right? I also tell people, I say, you want fast money? Well, this is why we share with others. This is why we develop an organization. This is why we have a team build. Now, some people, they don't want to say that because in some people's minds, it's like, man, I don't want to tell people about building teams because people scared of building teams and people don't like talking to people. That's all right. I don't force anyone and I don't encourage anyone on the call to force anyone. Don't ever force anyone, and don't try to twist anyone's arm to do it. But I lay it out straight because I want to, when you do join, you understand what it is. You want to make fast money? We build a team. We are sharing with other people. We are building a business. Nothing to be scared of. You open a shoe store, you're going to market, right? You're going to talk to people. You're going to spend money to get people to come into your store. You're going to put ads on TV and ads in the newspaper. You're going to get banners done. You're going to get flyers done. You're going to spend money to get your business advertised and marketed. But I'm saying, well, if you're building a business, one of these kind of businesses, nothing is wrong with spending money. You can spend money and do ads and do all that stuff as well, which is good. But I promise you, you're going to spend a fraction of the money that you will have to spend on a normal business, but your potential to earn money is bigger than a traditional business because you're utilizing leverage. You don't have rent. You don't have overheads, major overheads. You don't have stock to buy. You don't have payroll. You don't have to do, like, there's so much fewer things that you have to worry about that your chances to make money here are actually much better than if you started a traditional business, and by far cheaper. So if your issue in the beginning is, I don't have money to be able to pay a monthly fee, for example, right? Kind of slide right into that one. If your thing is, but I don't have a lot of money to pay a monthly fee, I can't do this business, change your perspective. Change your perspective. If your monthly fee, if you're paying $50 or even $100 per month, and all that you're focusing on is, but this is $100 a month that I have to pay out. But wait a minute, why not look at it and say, well, this $100 a month is giving me the opportunity to earn $10,000 a month. How cool is that? I can have a whole business and it's only costing me $100 to keep the business going. But in that every month, or that I pay that rent, I can go there and I can make $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month. And it's only costing me $100. And even if I make $50,000 a month, it's still $100. If I make $1 million a month, it's still $100. So while some persons are like, man, I don't know if I want to talk, I'm like, this is the best business model. I want to tell people about it. The reason people are scared is because they don't understand the business model. Not only that, okay, but they're talking to all the wrong people. I'll touch on that. But before I do that, let me stick a pen. Any questions, queries, doubts, or concerns that anyone has? Anything that anyone wants, any points anyone wants to make before I kind of jump a little deeper? All right, because you guys know me, when I start, I kind of keep flowing, right? But anything that anyone wants to point out on anything that I said, anything that you don't agree with, let me know. Let me know.
You mentioned debt box, or I heard that a number of times. What does that mean?
Okay, so debt box or debt, DEBT, stands for decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology, right?
Okay.
Decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology. The eco-friendly is the most important part of that because, as you know, the method that we use to be able to identify where these different commodities are is very eco-friendly. Where you've got the strip miners that go into countries and destroy acres and acres of land. Not only that, you've got the huge bulldozers and so on that come in. They move, tons and tons of rock and rubble, literally destroying the environment. Here it is. We're able to stay from outer space using our proprietary technology, do an MRI scan, quote unquote, an MRI scan of the Earth, identify where these pockets of commodities are. Then with our 3D rendering technology, we're able to identify, get a 3D rendering scan of how deep they are and how far these veins run. And then on top of that, we're able to identify to within a 6 centimeter accuracy exactly where it is without having to move a single pebble on the Earth. That's why it's eco-friendly, yeah? So that's what debt is. Now, in a nutshell, all that debt box does, or debt does, because we got debt box or the debt box, and then we've got X nodes. X nodes is just the combination of IX, global, and debt box. This has the nodes. Everything to do with nodes and licenses, debt box. Okay? The only connection that IX Global has to the nodes is that they allow us to purchase licenses at wholesale pricing, and they allow us the ability to pay $250 and rent a node or test drive a node for a 60-day period. People out there who are still just customers and clients of the debt box, they have to pay retail price, thousands of dollars more than what any IX Global member is able to pay. All right. So that's what debt box is and represents. They literally give you a portfolio of blockchain miners that allow you to generate residual tokens. Notice I keep saying tokens are not money. I don't focus on the money or the dollar amount because that changes daily. And I don't want to make any income claims as well. But if I focus on tokens, it's so much easier. Right? I can easily say at the end of 60 days, you are likely to get within a range of 30 to 50,000 tokens based on the amount of tokens that are currently being mined by this project. Much safer than me saying at the end of 60 days, you're gonna have anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000. I don't know that, right? So I'm saying stick to tokens, guys. Yes, people will try to badge you like, I know what you're saying, but give me an idea, like what kind of money I'm looking at. Yo, do not let anybody pressure you into trying to answer questions like that. Don't focus on money because legally you're not supposed to. All right, you're not supposed to. We get paid in tokens. We do not get paid in dollars. So legally, you cannot give people dollar figures. You see what I'm saying? So stick to what it actually is. You get X amount of tokens. However, those tokens can potentially grow in value to be 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times more than what you paid for it. Potentially. I can't confirm. I don't know for sure, but they can potentially do that. Really? Why? How can they potentially do that? Well, let me give an example. Have you heard of Bitcoin? Yes, I have. Well, Bitcoin went in 2014, between 2014 and 2018, 2019, Bitcoin went to around $63,000. Bitcoin is not backed by anything besides a belief that it will have real world usage, basically. What we're doing is we have tokens that are backed by something that already has real world usage, such as real estate, such as oil industry, such as the natural gas industry, such as the aluminum industry, such as farming and agricultural industry. So based on what happened with Bitcoin, without any backing, based on what happened with our initial project, which is Black Gold, which did go to 120,000% and did create around approximately 300 millionaires over a period of months, even though past results cannot guarantee future results, that just kind of gives you an idea as to the potential of what we're dealing with here. Once you start to speak in this kind of language, guys, you're going to find that now nobody's going to be confused if they pay $250 and if it's less than $250 at the end of 60 days, because they're not going to care about that, right? They're not going to care about that because they know it's only 60. Like, how much do you really expect in 60 days? They're now looking at, I got 50,000 tokens though. I got 100,000 tokens. If this thing hits a cent, that's $10,000. If this thing hits, that's $1,000. If this thing hits 10 cents, that's $10,000. If this thing hits $1, that's $100,000. Now it's happened before, so it's not speculation. We've already done this. People made 7 figures. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, as you market, as you promote, don't water your business down to suit the narrative of these get rich quick, fast things out there. Been there, done that. Don't try to sell this as a Prius when it is truly a Bentley. Okay? You've got a Bentley, but you're trying to market it as though it's a Prius just to get somebody to join? No. Understand it's better to have some people don't join. You don't want everyone in your business. Some people just bring nothing but stress and complaining and whining and bickering. And some people are better to leave out your business, y'all. I promise you. All right. So that's that. Any other questions? I'm gonna stick a pin in every now and then. Let me go ahead and open up the chart, the back office as well. Any other questions? Any other points that anyone has? No? Everybody's good? Okay. All right. Now, real quick, I'm not, how many of you guys saw the latest video that I did, the walkthrough video? I did I think it was about, there's a couple minutes, probably 16, 17, 17 minutes, I think.
That's about 18 minutes or so.
18
Probably
minutes?
less than that.
Probably, yeah, somewhere in that range. How many persons saw that? Because we do have walkthrough videos. If you go on my link tree, I got longer videos there, they're like over an hour, but I decided, you know what, let me get something that is a lot shorter, that a person who just joins, watch that. I go into where to go, what buttons do what, where to click, how to understand how to navigate your business, how to place people at the whole intent, all kind of stuff I did in that short space of time. So you might want to definitely check that out for sure. Next question. How many people here understand how to utilize the $50 strategy that I've been talking about for a couple of weeks. Does everyone here understand it? Because I'll tell you what, I started to create and push that strategy for one main purpose, and that is to put money in people's accounts faster. All right. If you haven't seen the script as yet, just ask me for it, right? Or ask your sponsor for it. Okay, if your sponsor should have it if they're serious. If your sponsor doesn't have it, maybe they're not too serious. Okay, but I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys something. So, a second. I want to show you guys something. So up here, filter, credited, direct bonus, search. So you know that we're doing this $50 strategy, okay? I want you to see what I did in just using the very same script that I gave to you guys, okay? And the reason that I intentionally used the script myself was because I said, if I'm going to put this to the group, I need to be confident that it actually does work, right? I need to be sure that it works. So for 1 week, since I created it and typed it up and tweaked it and everything, for 1 week, I used nothing but the script. Now, you guys know for every referral at $50, you get paid $25. I want you to see what's happening here. Okay, the 10th, the 9th, 8th. So from the third of last week would have been right, which would have been Friday, until Friday gone, which would have been what, 11th, 10th? Yeah. So from the 3rd to the 10th, right, 7 days. You guys see this? 25, 25. Well, this one's 100. All right. Also use the script, by the way. So 25, 25, 100, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Okay, let's go to page 2. All the way back onto the 3rd, 25, 15, 15, 25, 10, 25. Okay. Why am I showing you this? Guys, imagine the structure that I talk about, okay? And I'll pull that up. This one. The structure that we're working, that we're promoting with, just get 5. Okay. Understand, guys, that if everybody just follows this, just do exactly what it did. And just here's the thing about it, right? I wanted to do it without anything extra. I didn't do anything extra. I didn't do any extra kind of talking. I didn't do any special presentation. I didn't do anything different to what any other member who just joined can do. You guys get that? Intentionally, because someone said, but yeah, but Coach Rhea, but you know a lot of, people, you can talk, and I didn't do anything but copy the script and paste it for 1 week. And you guys just saw the results. Now, if you see this strategy, this is based on you refer 5. I don't know how many persons that was there that signed up. I don't know. I just share, person signed up, fine. This is based on if you get 5 and only 5. Not 5 per week, not 5 per month, not 5, just 5 ever, period. And those 5 get 5. Who get 5? Who get 5? Who get 5? Now, again, this could be weeks, this could be months. It all depends on how hard you want to go with this. Okay? The thing about it is this, guys. You can earn as much money as your heart's desire with this business without ever having to look anywhere else. Remember, we have the #1 earner in the company. And here's something that a lot of you guys may not know. Out of the $1.2 million that Viraj is earning right now per month, did you guys know that about $820,000 US of that all came from IX Global before nodes were even involved? Before nodes were even a part of what we do, just through these same packages here, he was already doing around $820,000 to $850,000 US per month. Why I'm telling you this is it's been done before. We know it's possible. He is not the only one. We've got multiple other millionaires created in this business in less than a year. Now, even Travis, I'm pretty sure most of you guys would have seen Travis Flavery. Travis said that he has a strategy. When he signs people up, even if they're purchasing nodes, they sign up and everybody has a membership package. Every single person has a membership package of at least $115. Pay attention to this. He is right now the number 39 of the top earners in the world. Now, in my career, I've always learned success leaves clues. I always get people trying to tell me, man, let's do it this way, let's do it that way, let's do it that way. I'm like, I'm going to do what the people who have come before me, who earning a lot more money than me, what they're doing. Does that make sense, right? Everybody is on a membership package as their monthly subscription. This is outside of whatever nodes you're buying. So my thing is, when I'm sure with persons, and you know, I spoke to, you know, some of my guys in here that are new as well, Tunnel, and some of you other guys, I'm always upfront. I'm always upfront. My thing is this, even if you're buying nodes, because most people, if they're being honest with themselves, most people, even if they said, I just want to buy the nodes, most people, they want to make money. And if there's a way that they can make money from the team building side as well, without them having to do a ton of work to do it, they will do that. Would you guys agree with that? If you guys don't agree, tell me you don't agree, you know, don't just agree with me because, right? Would you guys agree that if most people, even the ones who say they want to be passive, if there was a way that they could also earn money consistently from the team building side, that without them having to put in a ton of work to do it, that they would definitely join the team building side? Let me know if you agree with that. Because I definitely do, right? I definitely do. And that is one of the reasons that I like this. And that's one of the reasons I encourage everyone to do this. First of all, if you say, I just want to do nodes, no problem. I ask the question now. Oh, by the way, would you also like to get positioned so that as we're building a team, you can still benefit from the other side as well? I have not had a single person that's told me no. I have not had a single person, and one of my recent guys that adamantly told me, I ain't talking to nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody with nothing. I just want to do the nodes. I said, no problem, brother. And I asked one question. I said, if I can show you, or if I can position you in a way to still benefit from the business volume as I build a team, if I can position you that you can benefit from that while you're focusing on just your nodes, would you be interested in that? I said, sure. I said, it's $50. Is that an issue? Not an issue. Signed up at the same time. See what I'm saying? It is how you put things over. I didn't need to force him. I just showed him the benefits. Now, the reason that I use this $50 package versus what I was doing at one time, which is the 115, the basic pack, the reason is this. If you think about it, and I'll ask this question. Let me see which of you guys that are in already really been paying attention. At what point in the business do you actually need 80 points? I'll wait. I'll show you where I'm going with this. And once you see that, you'll understand why this makes so much sense. At what point in the business do you actually need 80 points? Or when is the first time that 80 points really, really matters? Anyone? All right. Coach Nally got it. It says builder. Builder, right? Let me show you guys something. Let me see here. If I go to promotional tools, download resources, I'm just going to pull it up on the screen. You know what? 2023 is in front of it or somewhere. 2023. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Presentation. Oh, yeah, you can use this. Brand Ambassador Rewards Program. I'll use this one. Preview. Okay, good. Let me show you guys something. Very interesting stuff. Okay, good. Actually, you know what? No, let me come down to the chart. Where's the chart? Okay, so check this out, guys. Apprentice, right? Apprentice, you need to have 80 points for apprentice. How much money does apprentice pay? Anybody? How much money does apprentice pay? Who's quick?
$100 a month.
$100 a month. Good. Apprentice pays $100 a month. Remember that. Not 115, not 145, 100. The other bonuses are based on what you would have done in your direct sales. You sponsor 3 people who are on the 145 package, you earn $15 per person. So 15 by 3 is 45 plus the 100. That's how you get 145. Okay, good. But it actually pays $100. So here's the thing. If you come in or a person comes in at $50, which by the way is very much easier for a person to $50, right? They don't even need to get crypto. They're like, okay, $50, put up my card, done. In immediately. 2 people you break even with this package, all right? But here's the point. It's easier to get in, but you're going to get it 10 points per package. If you sponsor 5 persons according to the strategy that we're working, all right? And we can go to 5 because it's not 100 and anything or 250. It is $50. I believe that every person can find 5 people that can afford $50. Okay? I ultimately believe that. Now, that means you would have earned 5 by 5 is what? 125, right? $125. So here's my thing. If we work this strategy, you've earned 125 US. If I brought that person in and that person came in with 5 nodes, I'm happy that they got their nodes, they get their daily passive income. You would have earned $50. Because remember, it's $10 per node, right? If you refer someone by the node, it's $10. So you refer 5 people who buy 5 nodes, you earn $50. If they came in on a basic package pays you $5. So you bring 5 people in, that's $25. If they came in at a pro pack, right, you earn $15. Okay, so what's 15 by 5? Right? I'm pressing delete. $75. Okay, 75. You bring the same 5 people here, you earn 125. What does that mean? The basic package costs $115, which means that a person can literally, if they want to upgrade and now have 80 points, they can do it from profit. Here's the beautiful thing. Because you don't actually need it until you hit builder, because remember, with this strategy, you will earn apprentice money without being apprentice. Did you guys catch that? You earn more, as a matter of fact. Apprentice pays you $100. You would now be earning $125 without actually being apprentice, which means that when you do hit apprentice, you are now going to get an additional $100. So before, where you would have been earning just $100 and whatever dollars, now you're earning 200, right? You with me? 225 at least. Does everybody get that? At least $225. Why is that a big deal? Because the average person in network marketing, a lot of people, I'm telling you right now, they do not even earn $200 per month. They do not even earn $200 per month. And many of them have been in the business for months. Okay? I just showed you how to do it with just 5 persons who are paying $50. So it's easy to maintain. They pay $50 a month. All right? And if those 5 talk to 5, or on top of that, those same 5 might purchase other things. And what happens is the volume goes up. And once it hits 320 points, okay? Once it hits 320 points, right here, you hit apprentice. Now you're qualified for $225 per month. Now check this out. If we follow this, month number 2, if it took you a month to get 5 and took your 5 a month to get 5, okay? Sorry, Well, yeah, month number 2, month number 3, sorry. Month number 3. So 90 days in, check this out. In 90 days, persons are now positioned at the level of builder 1. Now remember, at builder, you get the apprentice bonus still, but you also get binary bonus. Now it's at builder that you unlock the binary, which means you are now able to earn binary commission plus rank bonus, plus you are still getting $25 per person. So if you never referred another person beyond your 5th person, you're still getting that 125 US. So all the numbers that you see here are actually potentially more than what you actually see here. And being that you don't actually need 80 points until you hit builder, it means that what this strategy does, it allows persons to keep more money in their pockets for longer, but earn more money up front. You see what I'm saying? So what we're doing in effect is we're sacrificing having that volume to hit the rank to get more money in your account up front. The beautiful part is, over time, each of the people that would have started at 50, they are still going to buy a node at least. 1 or 2. And as they do that, this is 170. So this is based on 2 nodes. Even if they did just 80 points, understand that now you are qualified. Everybody starts to become qualified fully, but they're still only spending $50 per month. Everything else is all a profit. And they're hitting the ranks faster because persons are able to get their foot in the door faster. They're able to get money in their accounts faster, and they don't actually have to spend as much up front to qualify, because they're going to earn all of the direct sales bonuses without having 80 points. They only truly need that 80 points when they have reached builder. And by that time, they're already earning enough to cover it out of profits. Any questions? Anything that I just said that anyone does not understand? I'm giving you guys the sauce, all right? This thing could be very simple, but you have to be consistent, right? You got to be consistent. You can't share today and don't share at all next week. You can't be suffering in silence, need help, and never say anything, which is why, like KT, KT asks questions. KT got a question. He's going to ask. He's not going to sit there in silence, right? Ask questions. Get the help that you need. You might be surprised how many people there are willing to help you. If I can't help, there's my upline. There's my sponsors, Chris and Joni. And Joni is actually in our Telegram chat. She doesn't say anything, but she's there, right? So in the event you can't reach me, my direct sponsors in the business and in our team chat, reach out, right? If I can't reach Joni, I go to Kevin. Kevin is our global ambassador, all right? Yeah, he's doing serious bank, right? I reach out to Kevin sometimes. If we've got big groups or teams that need a special meeting for a certain quality of person, then, I reach out to the big guns, right? I'm not a big gun as yet. Keyword being yet. I'm going to be there. And each of you guys have the opportunity to be there as well, all right? And we want you to be there. But you've got to be focused. Look, I've never, in my 23 years in this industry, I have never met a single person that has hit 7 figures in income that has been trying to do everything under the sun, or jumping from here to there to there to there to there to there. My first 10,000 per month business, I got there only because I put everything else on the back burner. When I did my very, very first years ago, my very first 10,000 per month, it was because I said, you know what? Let me stop trying to do this and that and that and that and that and that and that. I focus on one business. So every time I talk to a person, I no longer have that quandary of which business do I tell them about? Which one do I introduce them to? Should I tell them about this? Should I tell them about that? Should I introduce him to all of them and hope that he does all? I didn't have that problem. I could focus. And that's when I hit my very first 10,000. That's how I reached my first 20,000. That's how I reached 50,000. All right? Focus. firmly on course or follow one course until successful. Focus. Yes? Good. Stick a pin. Any questions, queries, doubts, or concerns on anything that I've said so far? Does everyone understand the strategy? Does everyone understand how it works, why it works, how to do it? If you're not on the membership, get on it. Oh, by the way, guys, let me show you something that I saw or found the other day that I had no clue about. I literally stumbled across this. One of the guys in one of the Telegram groups, I saw him post it. I'm like, wait a minute. I did not know that. So for a while, we had this thing where it was like, if you're on a $10 X Node membership, right? You got a node, but you wanted to add a basic package or a repack or whatever to your membership. You cannot do that until that has expired, right? Which is probably still true. But you can't do it at the same time. You got to wait. Here's what I saw this guy do. He said, you go to my subscriptions. So my orders, subscriptions. Oops, am I still sharing? Yes, okay. Order, subscription, and add-on. Click on add-on subscription. It's not, maybe I can't do, okay, so my bad. I probably can't do it on mine because I already have a subscription that's active. So either way, if you don't, let's say you just have an X-Node membership for the nodes, you can come to subscription section, click on add-ons, and that will allow you to add the repack, the basic pack, or whatever one of those packages to your subscription. You can actually come here and you can do that, all right? So Ronaldo, this is kind of what we've been looking for a long time. So I only literally saw this a couple of days ago. I had no clue. And the guy actually tried it. He's like, yeah, okay, that worked. So go figure. So if you just have a X-Node membership, you want to add another subscription. What I cannot tell you is if it added it immediately or if it just added it to the subscription so that when it comes around, then it clicks in. I'm not sure, but anyone that would like to give that a shot, Claudette, perhaps, I know you had asked me about that a while back. Maybe, if you're in a position, you can try that and let us know. All right. Okay, good stuff. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? I've been doing all the talking for the time being. Are there any other questions? Anything?
No, yeah. I just wanted to clarify something.
Sure.
If I have the $10 subscription, can I replace it with the 25? Or why do I need to add it? What's the value in doing that?
Oh, right. So adding it would be just if you wanted to add it. But in terms of replacing it, you definitely can. All you do, you let it expire, and then what you would do is you just select the repackage, and it would immediately just initiate that package and replace it. So once you don't renew the $10 one, because here's the thing, if you have your card on file, and now that you mentioned that, I'm going to show folks that again. If you have your card on file, it is going to pull the $10 from your card every month, right? If your card isn't on file, or if you deleted your card, or if the card isn't funded, it's going to then try to pull it from the wallet. Actually, by default, it goes to the wallet first. So if you've got $10 in your wallet, it is going to pull it from your wallet. If your wallet doesn't have at least $10, it's then going to go to the card. Okay. Now, let's say that is expired. Here's what you do. Well, basically at the top on the dashboard is going to be right here, renew. Is going to allow you to, it's going to be in red, which means that you're inactive. This is going to be changed. You're going to have no package, and you hit the red button, and then that package will populate, okay? You will see it come up, purchase add-on. You'll see it pop up right around here. All of the packages will be here again, and you just select it, okay? So what I would suggest the persons to do is come to my orders, come to subscriptions, come to subscription payment. And here's where you have the card, which is Stripe Intent subscription. And if you had a card on file, you can click the little gear right there. And you can, well, you can see I have no card in there. Once that my account had funds, I just deleted the card from in there, haven't needed to put it back. But if your card is on file, it will pull from that. Now, if you want, you can take your card off the system. And what I would suggest doing, guys, as you start to build, you start to have a little commission, come to wallet subscription. Once you're on your WePat, you got that $50 going on. All right. Make sure that your wallet is enabled. The last thing that you want is that you qualify for a commission, but because that your account is inactive, you do not get it. I have seen it happen over and over. I've seen people miss out on hundreds of dollars, literally, because they're not paying attention to their business. I'm like, how do you sign up for something and you don't log in at least once a day and check your business? Is this how you would treat a real business? You would open a business and then don't even check it? Every day, I log into my account and I look around, I go to my dashboard, I go to my rank analysis, I go through my business, I look at what I can do, I look at which areas of my business that need focus on. I go to my managed network placement structure. I go there, I look at the team, I come down and I click on names and I see who is active and who's not active, who has a package from who doesn't, how much volume is under them, all that kind of stuff. I pay attention to my business because I intend for this business to pay millions over the next couple of years. So I'm paying attention to it, all right? Some folk, they don't even log in, but they want you to give them all this help and support, but they don't even log into their own business. It's not gonna work, not gonna happen. I'm gonna suggest that they add a button like some other companies I've seen that shows you when was that member's last login, right? So I can look and say exactly when was the last time you logged into your account? Oh, a month ago? No, I don't have much time. No, you're not serious. So you're not going to get my time because you're not serious. You see, I'm going to suggest that they do that.
Coach.
Yes.
Coach, this KG, you got to pump your brakes there, son, because
Yes,
you're moving
KG.
fast. You're moving pretty fast for somebody that's not that doesn't know what you're talking about. Maybe I missed the training on back office on what you're talking about, but I have no clue what you're talking about.
Which aspect specifically? This section we were talking about here, like this?
Well, you've alluded to quite a few different things. Checking the back office and the carrot and
Just
doing
now.
this and doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
No problem. No problem. I actually remember I mentioned a video that I did recently that covers all of that. Yeah. So
I haven't seen that video. Can you send that link? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that video.
I've seen it. Okay, I'll get that to you. Are you in the
Something
Telegram
something that's good for a beginner.
Yes.
And I'm not the least bit shy to let you know. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. So.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No. That's fine. It was.
And I don't mean to slow the rest of the people down, but I don't know.
Yeah. No. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. That was created specifically to walk you through like this section here. This is the replacement structure. So if you want to see like the binary, like your left team and your right team, this is where you come, right? You can see all the people on your left side and you can drill down when you click on the plus button and that shows you, all of what's happening under there. And you just, so you can kind of see, which areas are filled out, which areas need to be filled out. So this is what this is for, right?
Yeah, I've seen that, and I understand that. Yeah.
Right, left leg, right leg. Good. Now, another section that I would suggest to spend a lot of time in, or that is what that you would want to, and it's all explained in the video. If you come to manage network and you go to rank analysis, that is a section that you want to go to as well. That kind of shows you where you are, how you stand, how much points that you got, how much more points that you need to reach the next level. Everything is in the rank analysis section. So manage network, rank analysis. Okay. Let me show you another one, guys. Qualification structure. I'm sure the ones that I spend most time on. Qualification structure shows me and all the persons that I have personally introduced and who they have personally introduced. Now, anything that is happening within your qualification structure equates towards your rank. Okay? Your rank. Anything in the binary section, binary isn't your rank. Binary is just what you're going to earn for the week based on the weaker leg. You got 5,000 on one leg and you've got 2,000 on another leg. you're gonna get paid a percentage on the 2,000. So the binary volume is what shows you that. Let me touch on it since I'm talking about it. If you're on your dashboard, you're gonna see left side, left sales, and right sales. For my right leg, I can see I've got 21,710 points on my right leg, plus 80 new points for this week so far. On my left leg, all right, the left leg is my what I call my pay leg. The leg I'm getting paid on because it has lesser points than the right. So this one is always going to be used up. This is always going to be 0 every Friday because it gets used up, right? It cancels out the amount from the right leg, and that's what I get paid. So let's say, for example, this week I had a total of 20,000 points, right? Well, it is still less than my right leg, which is 21,000 points. Well, plus the 80 and whatever extra points are added between now and Thursday midnight. So whatever it is, if it's going to be more than the 20,000 over here, good. So I know I'm going to get paid a percentage, let's say 10% on that 20,000 points. It's easy to calculate what your weekly commission is going to be. I can look and say, okay, I've got 20,000, which is less than 21,000. I'm getting 10% on that. 10% of 20,000 is $2,000. So I know before we get paid, I know that I'm getting at least $2,000. Now, if I'm at the rank of producer, that's $200 per week, right? Which we were looking at in the chart, which is $200 per week. If I'm at the rank of executive producer, I know executive producer is $500 per week. If I'm at the rank of influencer, I know that's $1,000 a week. So I can easily add that to what I can see my binary earning is going to be, and I know what my weekly commission is going to be, what I'm going to get paid the next Friday. Yes. So that's what that is for. Now, I was showing you guys this one, qualification structure. Everything that happens in this structure here has to do with your rank now, because in order to rank up, you have to count the volume of whoever you directly introduced plus whoever they directly introduced, and so on and so forth. Any person that is connected back to you, whether it's a direct connection, like all of these persons here on my front line, as you can see, it's like the binary has 2 legs or 2 teams. Qualification structure is unlimited teams. You can sponsor as many people as you want. All of them will be lined out across on the front line, okay? And I can keep going. Now, every single one of these individuals counts as a team, a leg, if you want to call it that, a leg or a team. Now, to rank up, let me show you. Let's go back to the chart itself. All right. Everyone counts as a team. What that means is that every single referral is an entirely new structure of business that is counted towards your new rank. This is why as you sponsor more persons directly, as time goes on, it infinitely increases how quickly you can hit ranks, because every rank has a certain amount of volume that is needed, but every team has a maximum volume that it can accommodate. For example, if you look here where it says leg max, you see it starts at 35% and then it comes down 40%, 50%. What does that even mean? It means, for example, that if I wanted to hit producer, or if let's say a person wants to hit producer, okay? To hit producer, you need to have at least 80 points in personal purchase volume. You need to have 3,600 points in qualified recurring volume, QRV, which means if a person purchased nodes or they purchase packages, whatever they purchase, or licenses, every single purchase comes with points. As those points add up, based on the amount they are. If you have reached 3,600 points, that's one part of the criteria. The second part of the criteria is you personally have to have done at least 80 points. You can do that from a basic pack, a pro pack, or a node. Doesn't matter which one, either is fine. They all give 80 points. Or, no, but that's and the third thing is the maximum you can get from any one particular leg is 35%. Well, let's pull up the trusty calculator. This 35%, okay, which means we got 3,600 points that you need in total team volume. But let's say I introduce you, Katie, and you introduce a couple different guys. You know, they look at it, they're like, okay, oil, gold, gas, makes sense. We're gonna buy some nodes, and these guys buy a couple $1,000 worth in nodes. Happens all the time. All right, and your leg alone does about 500 points worth. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you this. Let's say if you introduce one person and that person purchases one of our licenses, there's one of our licenses that is worth 500 points. So that's one single person, 500 points. According to this, to hit the rank of producer, you need 3,000 in total. Let me put it over here. 3,000 in 3,600 in total. But the maximum you can get from any one leg is 35%. So what is 35% of 3,600? Now let's see. Multiply by 35%. Okay, well that works out good. So that means the maximum amount of points you can get from that particular leg is 1,260 points. Now you had one person that did 500 points alone. So if you minus 500 from that, it means that you can still accommodate up to 760 points worth of purchases on that leg. Does everybody understand me so far? All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you're with me so far. Now, here's the thing. Let me go down. What if we were looking at the rank of builder, which is 1,040 points? Well, we just said you got 1,040 in total that you need. The maximum you can get from any particular leg for these particular first levels is 35%. Therefore, what is 35% of 1,040? Well, let's multiply 1,040 by 35%. 364. What does this mean, guys? It means that 500 points that you got and you have in your team from that guy, Katie, out of that 500, only 364 of those points will be counted towards your rank. All right? Only 364 will be counted towards the rank. Now, does it mean that you've lost it? It has not. Here's why you haven't lost it. Because now when you advance to the higher rank, which is now producer, remember we just said producer can accommodate up to 1,260. So now it was 500 the guy did. All of that will be counted towards that rank. You see how that works out, guys? Now, here's the thing. Let's look at the 1040, 364. If we take 364 by 2, 728. Not the 1040, okay? So 2 legs. So we're saying we got 2 separate teams. The maximum they can get is 364. That brings us to 728. But you need 1,040. Well, what if you had 3 teams? So 364 by 3 is 1,092. You see how that works? So in other words, guys, it is built and created in a way you want to have at least 3 separate teams, 3 separate referrals, 3 active people who 3 separate legs is about the same thing. And within those 3 legs is where you can accommodate that volume. Because when one maxes out, you can have 1,000,000 points on that one leg, but you can only accommodate or only a certain percentage of that will be used towards your rank. So you want to have at least 3 legs. Okay, guys? So we're talking a little bit of structuring here, all right? At the end of the day, we want you guys to make money. And when I say money, I want everybody to be making at least $10,000 per month. In my mind, I think like $10,000 per month is kind of the goal that I think everyone should be aiming for. You know what I mean? At least $10,000 per month should be a goal that everyone should aim towards. 10,000, and then we scale up from there. We build on that. Okay. So everybody says they understand this. I see the ones in the chat. Good. So all that you're doing in this compensation plan, let me move this for a sec, is all that you're really changing is you got your 3 teams, at least 3. And if it's 3, I suggest double it or triple it. If you only need 3, don't refer anything less than 6. Why? What if one of your 3 teams or 3 legs is not doing much of anything, or doing nothing, or moving really slow? You see, this is the beautiful thing about having multiple referrals. Because now it means if you sponsor 10 people, you have 10 different teams, each capable of accommodating 35% to get you to the 360. Wait, I didn't realize that this was here. I'm here calculating. I didn't realize this was already here in front of me. Right. So you want to have at least 3, but to get there. But my thing is always have extras. You don't drive a car without a spare tire, do you? Right? You don't. So if you've got 10 teams or 10 referrals, you've got 10 teams, and each of these teams can add up. So you might even have a situation where one leg has 50 points. Another leg has 100 points. Another leg has 300 points. But accumulatively, all of them add up and gives you the volume that you need to qualify. If you only have 2 or 3, it's harder. If you have more, it becomes so much easier to do it. Okay? Stick a pin. Any questions on anything that I just touched on there? Anything that anyone's not sure about this compensation plan? It is so simple. Just once the volume increases, right? Just increase the volume. As the volume increases, you only need 1 person on your left and 1 person on your right for the first 1, 2, 3 ranks. It's only when you be executive producer that you need 2 people on your left and 2 people on your right. That's all. That's all. And that goes all the way up to elite ambassador. Okay? And that's all. And we've got people in a matter of weeks or a few months already doing $40 and $50 and $60,000 per month. All right? Already. It is very simple, but you just need to be consistent. Okay. Any questions? I don't see any questions on that. Okay, good. You guys already know what the pay caps are. All right, weekly pay caps. You can do up to $500,000 per week. All right, this is weekly pay loss. Up to $500,000 per week. All right, as an elite ambassador, it continues to go. So don't limit yourself at all. I'm not sure if there's anything else. I don't want to go too long. We're already over an hour. Any questions? Okay, risen that. So you increase with the, yes, that's all you do. You just increase the volume. Another thing is, guys, you can do up to 500 points of purchases yourself, and they count that towards your volume as well, which is interesting because I have never seen any company that deals with volume points, QV, BV, PV, never seen any that allow you to count your own personal purchase volume towards your rank. Never seen it before until now with this company. They've made it so ridiculously easy to rank up. It's crazy. So my encouragement for those of you that are building, right? For those of you that are interested in developing the business or team, again, I always say it. If your sponsor is not focused, reach out to me if you need to. If you have, if you want to do 3-way calls, reach out. If you want to have private Zoom calls, reach out. We're doing Zooms on Mondays and Thursdays now. We're going back to having a Stomps Zoom call, as you guys would have seen. I now share that with Zanita. So she does half and I do half, and and what we might do over time is have other persons that we can kind of, if you to get persons learning how to present and comfortable presenting as well. For those persons who do have an interest in that, that's something that we'll be looking to do as well. And that's all building, that's personal development as well, all right? Plus, imagine what it does for you if you are introducing people to the business and they're seeing you as a presenter. Wow. You know, that increases the value to them for you, okay? Good stuff. Any other questions, guys, before we come to a close? Anything that you want me to touch on before we go? I will post that video that I spoke about. I'll post that in the chat. For those of you that are not in the Telegram chat, let me real quick go ahead and post that link for you so that you can do that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me grab that. And the reason that I even though I realized that WhatsApp is starting to do some things that are very similar, only this morning I realized that as an admin, I now can remove posts from a WhatsApp group. Could have never done that before. It was surprised that I saw the option pop up, right? So there's that. So I just posted the link to the Telegram group. And there, if you're not in, get in. I'm going to repost in the Telegram group the link to that video that I would have done recently as well. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Final call. Any other questions? Anything that anyone wants me to touch on, cover, review? Let me know. Let me know right now if there's none. I want to thank you guys for coming on. Again, we do this every Sunday as a way just to kind of get everyone on the same page. Make sure that you get your questions answered. Any questions that you have, anything you're not sure about in terms of the business, in terms of the nodes, in terms of the building aspect, in terms of the strategy. You've seen that I would have posted a number of flyers in the group this morning. Why? At the end of the day, guys, you have to be seen. If you're not seen, people don't know what you're doing. Folks see me signing people up. They're like, man, you know a lot of people. Here's the thing, a lot of people I be signing up are people too that I don't know, right? There are people I don't know as well. There are people that I met. Why? Because it's about building rapport, building relationships. It's about expanding. If you guys saw my prospect list, my prospect list is an Excel sheet. I got tired of writing. Every day I make it a habit that every single day I must add new names to my prospect list. You see, I've created habits in myself, and the habits that I've created have created success for me. All right. Every single day, my prospect list increases. Somebody's added to that list. So I never run out of people to talk to. So if folks said, you know a lot of people, I made it my business to know a lot of people. I made it my business to meet a lot of people. I connect with people. I start conversations with people. Why? Because I'm building business. I use Facebook and social media for business. All right. Anything that I do and everything that I do on social media is to create or generate attraction. Even posts that are not about business are posts to generate attraction. Why? Because that's the only thing that social media should be used for, really. If you're serious, Facebook makes money off of us just for having a Facebook account, a free account. Because when people buy Facebook ads, they can then search and create the criteria of people that they want to find and that they want to see, to have their ads pop up in front of, based on their likes, based on their dislikes, and such like. So if Facebook is using me to make money, then why am I going to be on Facebook using it for nothing else but watching other people and talking people's name and gossiping and watching videos and wasting time? You see what I'm saying, guys? Use the tools that you have. You should never run out of people to talk to. And I'll end with this one. This is for the leaders. This is for the person in the business. I've heard a person said, I've exhausted my list. I don't know who else to talk to. I've gone through my whole phone. I've gone through my contact list. And I'm like, you've got anyone in your team? Yeah. 1, 2 or 3 people. Have you gone through their list? Probably haven't. every person knows at least 100 people. Really and truly, we all know it's a whole lot more than 100 people. But even if you work with a number as low and ridiculous as 100, everybody knows 100 people. When you run through all of your people, if you have one single person in your team, they've got 100 people. Have you gone through their list of 100 people as yet? If your answer is no, then you have not run out of people. You run out of your people, but you've not run out of people. You see what I'm saying? I will never, ever, ever, it's going to be, never. I will never run out of people to talk to. Because somebody in my team either has a list that they haven't tapped into yet, or hasn't written that list as yet for me to be able to tap into with them and help them get their people on. I already got my people on. I've signed up my people. I've signed up who I am, connected to, but not the person in my team. All right, got a question here, a direct message. Confused about if we're all investing, who will do the basic outdoors? Who will do the basic outdoors gardening? So here's the thing, RC. There are going to be some persons who will be just investing. If I get your question. I get your question. If everybody invests and if everybody joins, who's going to do the basic stuff like gardening? Who's going to be tellers at the supermarket? Who's going to fly the plane? If everybody makes money and everybody retires from work and everybody leaves their job, first of all, that's never ever going to happen, right? Impossible. You're never ever going to get 100 persons who are interested in what we do, as good as it is. Secondly, there's always new people to talk to. Somebody is just leaving school and looking for work. Somebody is sick and tired of their job and looking to leave it. Somebody is trying to find a job and somebody's trying hard as hell to leave theirs. Right? So that's never going to be a situation. 7 billion people in the world, we're never going to have a situation where everybody signs up into network marketing. It's never going to happen, right? Never, ever, ever, ever going to happen. And the good thing is this, you don't need everyone. You really don't. Let me prove it. If this thing worked, right, you talk to 5 and you just say, you know what? I'm going to do this exactly as it shows it. I am going to get 5 quality people, and I am not going to bring a single other person in. And those 5 people got in and they did the same thing. They said, all right, cool, well, if this thing is true, we're going to do it exactly what it says. We are going to bring just 5 and no more people either. Not 5 a week, 5 a month, just 5 and we stop. And if each of these 5 persons do the same, 5 who bring 5, who bring 5, who bring 5, who bring 5, because that's all that this is. 5 who talk to 5, who talk to 5, who talk to 5, who talk to 5. And each of these persons is doing nothing more than that. And it stopped right here. Based on this example, this is 3,905 people in total. 7 billion people in the world, 3,000, let's call it 4,000 people in total. And it never went any further. And then these persons, all they did was which they barely, if you will, they're going to purchase at least 1 node or 2 nodes. Let's say they purchased 2 nodes. All right. You're looking anywhere from a minimum of 2,000 US for the week, which is very unlucky that you're only going to be doing 2,000 at that stage. A lot more. But as high as 125,000 US per week. Now, let's go a little more ridiculous. I'm showing this over a period of not 5 months, but 5 weeks, but 5 months. And I intentionally said month 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, which implies being even more ridiculous that the first 5 people did not upgrade until month 6, right? This 25 people, they did not upgrade until month 6. So each of these 5 who bring 5, who bring 5, this is on the assumption that every person took 5 more months before they had at least 2 nodes per month in a month, which we all know is unlikely because very likely person going to do that long before that. But even with this ridiculous scenario, I'm showing you that if everyone just did 5 and then those 5 just upgraded with 2 nodes, you're still looking at around 125,000. You're a millionaire, basically. You're a millionaire, okay? Now here's the question. What if it took 5 years to do this instead of 10 months? real quick, guys, drop a number 3 in the chat where if it took you 5 years, and be honest, if it took you 5 years to reach this stage instead of 10 months, but you were now doing upwards to 125,000 US per week, how many of you would feel like it was still worth the 5 years? Type it in chat for me. Okay, you put a lot of trees, okay? Now that puts it into perspective, right? We don't need the world, we don't need everybody to sign up, we do not need everyone. If a person goes out there and says, you know what, I'm gonna talk to 10 people and I'm done. And they purchase this package and they're doing it every month, all they're doing is just they pay their monthly fee, they get an access. That is 25 by 10, that's still 250 US coming in every month. Whether or not any of those persons sign anyone else up. And this is the very last point, and I promised it this time. You see this $50 package that you're purchasing? Guys, do you know that the $50 package gives you access to the Forex Academy? In other words, if you don't know about Forex, Forex is an extremely lucrative industry. Have a friend of mine, right? I'm in St. Kitts. So for you guys in the US, here in St. Kitts, the dollar is about 2.71 to the US dollar. So for every US dollar is $2.70. And so it's almost $3 for every one US dollar. So one of my guys here, a good friend of mine, interestingly enough, this is a guy that I had actually, that came to one of my Forex training boot camps, right? Years ago. He continued to trade, tweak and tweak. Week before, I saw him make about 70-something thousand US for the day. For the day. Yeah, wow. Right? For the day. So I want you to understand that that package, that $50 package, is not just a package to get in at cheap, but that package is teaching people how they can actually make money in the Forex market if they never did Forex before, taking them from beginner to advanced stage and be able to now make money on their own outside of IX Global. Guys, use the tools that you already have. You're paying for it either way, use it. Because if you can make an extra $50 a day for 5 days, that's an additional 250 US on top of what you're earning here. And then on top of what you're earning with nodes if you buy nodes as well. All right? That's my word for the day. Yes, it's done for the day. That's not the biggest. I've seen over 100,000 for a day. I've seen over 200 and something, 250,000 US in a day. I've seen over 300,000 US in a day. In a single day. It's a very lucrative industry. So imagine people actually have access to learning how to do this, and they're like, I can't find people to sign up. I'm like, but you have a package that is teaching you how to become a multi-millionaire right there. You haven't even logged in and looked at the information that you paid for. You see what I'm saying? So who cares if you get people to sign up if you've got a package teaching you how to make millions of dollars and it's costing you $50 a month? Nobody should be complaining. Literally nobody. All right, guys, that's pretty much training for today. Good stuff. Thanks to everyone who posed questions as well. As usual, we always, I'm going to stop saying we do this in an hour, 2 hours training, because the information as it comes and it flows and needs to happen. Again, make sure you're in a Telegram group. Anyone that needs to reach out, feel free to reach out. Brand new week we're into. Let's hit it hard. Thursday night is midnight is the cutoff. Let's see what we can do. If you want to get to a rank between now and Thursday, let's work on that. Let's see if we can get you to a rank by Thursday midnight so that that money hits your account on Friday. This is way too easy to be sleeping on it, guys. Too much money that we're sitting on, all right? With that being said, have a fantastic day on purpose, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. And for sure, tomorrow, 8:30 p.m., that's Caribbean time. which is 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We see you on the call. Make sure to invite some folks to tune into that as well. All right. With that being said, shalom. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Thank you,
Coach. You're absolutely welcome.
Thanks, bro. Awesome training today, buddy.
All right, good stuff, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
coach.
See you.
Yeah, blessings, coach.
Yeah, man. Cheers. Okay, where is my? Oh, there we go. Found it.